And I just got done with my afternoon meditation, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about love. The Spirit has been working in me lately about what is it? Actually, for a long time now. Like, what is love really? What is it? What do you think it is? And it's really quite amazing, your concept of love, as you age and as it changes and as you start trading expectations for appreciations. Everything starts to change. So I've had some amazing epiphanies this week. Hi guys. Hi Kevin. Hi Sarah. Hi Nicholas. Hi Tim. I've had some amazing epiphanies this week, which are really quite cool. And I just wanted to share these with you guys and just kind of talk to you about this. But here we go. Okay, ready? So earlier in the week, it was so funny. My dog came in. I let my dog in, and she was cold. She's so white and fluffy, and she was out in the cold. And like I saw her, and I went over and I hugged her, and she was so like her fluffy fur was all cold, and I just laid with her and I rolled on the floor with her and I was snuggling with her, and I was laying there with her and we were both on our back. She was right here, and I was like, this is so crazy, but you have to hang with me on this. So it's taking her paw, you know, with a dog, you're like, you can like push their paw up and it goes straight. So it's doing that, and we were just like kind of hanging out, and I was like, okay, all hail Elizabeth. All hail Elizabeth. And my dog was just sitting there, and I was like laughing about this. And then I got done, and I'm just waiting for my son so I can take him to school in the morning. So then I went over to my phone and I read this. I got on Facebook and I read this post from this person who had just done ayahuasca. And if, for those of you who don't know what ayahuasca is, it is very, very popular. I've never done it, and I don't believe you need to do this in order to be enlightened or in order to be spiritual. It may enhance this, but I don't believe you have to do it, okay? So, but ayahuasca is like a tea. It's from the earth, and for those of you who haven't heard of it, it has to be facilitated by a shaman and people who know what they're doing, because ayahuasca is called the mother, the mother drug, I guess, for lack of better words, the mother guidance, and you trip. And so it guides people through a more compassionate process of guiding them to things that they need to see in their consciousness, to maybe unearth and open up other realms of their consciousness to evolve into more love, into more compassion. It's called the mother. Mothers are more compassionate. Mothers are more loving. Mothers are more feminine. And so ayahuasca is considered the mother of that. Hi, Tim. Tim, you could maybe post something on that. So ayahuasca is like to guide in that regard. So I have not done that, but anyways, I read this person's post and they were talking about love and compassion. And after I just got done doing this all hail Elizabeth with my dog, this person's post was about their seeing this woman on the other side of a bridge, and they were on this side, and they were talking about how to heal the gap between hate and love. And what is that gap? And how do we heal that? How do we go from hate to love? How do you go from hating somebody who's just done awful things and choose to see goodness in them? How do you, let me back up a little bit. How do you, just everyday people, love the person in front of you that you're hating? How do you do that? And that is enlightenment. That is movement. That is evolution. That is unity with our souls and our oneness. And so as I was reading this post, it talked about how in this guy's ayahuasca moment, how he saw this, and he was like a faceless woman and a boy, and he was like, we have to love. Okay, I'm going to go there. You have to love Hitler. So this woman represented the Holocaust and all the people that were murdered because of this evil of one person. And what he wrote about is that she was like, how do we heal? How do we heal each other? How do we heal the souls of each other? And it was through loving Hitler that people are going to be healed. And like, if the soul of Hitler is out there right now, which in my opinion, it is, he is, the soul of Hitler is there. And it's about loving that soul, forgiving and loving, which is crazy. And I know that this is like, for some people might be like, no, but just bear with me and just hear me out. So I read that post from this person, and then I went in and I was taking my dog, so going on to my morning. I took my dog and I was getting ready to go get Vincent and take him to school. And I walked with my dog and I was peeking around the door with my dog to Vincent's room. And so Cassie was like, hey, Vince, are you ready? And all he could see is her face and her paws. And she was like, ding, ding. So he opens the door, he's laughing. And I took her paw and I did what I did out here, all hail Elizabeth. And Vincent goes, that's weird, Mom. And I go, okay, it is. But you guys, in that moment, I had this massive like shift in consciousness about how that post and what my son said, and about how we have to love the person in front of us who we are currently hating, because who you're hating in front of you is you're judging them. So therefore you're the one holding the pain. So if you're the one holding the pain, who's the one being hurt? You. So love is loving everyone. Love is seeing that other person as you, instead of seeing them as somebody that you get to attack with your thoughts or with your words or with your ideas or with your judgment upon them. Because what you judge is a disconnected part of yourself that you're pushing out and saying they're like this. And when we judge other things, we judge other people, it's just something in ourselves that maybe we're disconnected from and we need to embody. And so that's like, I'm kind of going down a path here, but what I want to back it up to love. So what I want you to think about, and my entire reason for this post today, is when you love something, how does it make you feel? So when you are loving, how does it make you feel? Okay. So it's like when you give a gift, you feel good giving the gift. You're excited to give the gift. Now, when you're loving your partner, or you're loving your child, or you're loving something that you're experiencing, you need to move into the feeling. How does it feeling? How does it feel for you? Because when you love when you recognize the feeling behind it, that's when you realize what you're getting from it. Okay. So when you love something, or when you hate something, it's all being felt inside of you. So for example, the object of your love, the object of your attention for love, is an excuse for you to feel good. It's your excuse for alignment. The people you're hating is your excuse for disconnecting with your own sense of self. That's love. This is self-love. So let me go a step further. These are hard concepts to speak about, but you guys, you're smart people and you get it. So go a step further. Go into your mirror. And some of you may have never done mirror exercises, but self-love is one of those exercises that when you go into the mirror and you can look at yourself in the eyes and honestly, truly say, I love you, and believe it and own it and embody that. There's people that I've coached throughout my years that go into the mirror and they look into their eyes and they say, I love you, and they can't even say it. And then they start crying because there's parts of themselves that they just don't love, and they're disowning these parts of themselves. So they can't even look in their own eyes and say, I love you, you know? And when they do that, when they can look into their own eyes and they can say, I love you without crying and believe it and feel it, that's when you know you're embodied and you can give that love to other people. Does that make sense? So self-love, what one exercise to do is go into the mirror and say, I love you. I have a reminder popping up. And see what comes up for you. Because the very first time a lot of my clients do this, they cannot do it. So you say it 10 times. You look in your eyes and you say it 10 times. And if you cannot get through that without crying, that's your work. You do that every day and you write down what comes up for you. You write down what comes up for me, what's triggering, and why am I crying? What is going on? How come I cannot say this and not get through it without crying? So that's your work. And then you write down what comes up for you, and then you heal what comes up for you. And so today, after this week, so I had that moment with the dog, right? And then that Hitler post, and then that moment where it was like this consciousness came over me that's like, I am. So you've heard of the concept, we are one. We're one. You and me, we're one. We are the same. We're just energetically vibrating at different points, and that's coagulated matter. That's you, that's me, that's that person, but we're all energetically one, and our vibration and our energy is always being interchanged and always being interplayed. And so when I'm hating you, I'm hating myself. When I'm judging you, I'm judging myself. When I'm attacking you, I'm attacking myself. Our unity is so intertwined that it's not even funny. And this is a consciousness that needs to be shared within our world today, because we are not separate. What's happening everywhere across the planet is happening to you. There's no separation. None. Separation is an illusion, and we're all being affected. So in that moment the other day when I was like, holy smokes, I had this moment where I was like, I'm Hitler. I am. And if I can't love and forgive that soul, which is unity, which is one with me and you, what if you were the soul of Hitler? What if we have one soul and that's it? What if our souls are all one, and that's God manifested in all of us together as a whole, and that's it? What if we have one soul? And so the person in front of you you're hating is you. So wouldn't that make you want to start loving the people around you? Wouldn't that make you just start to want to like uplift the people in front of you, knowing that the person that you're walking into, the person you're seeing next is you? Okay, so that's heavy. You might have to go back and watch this and really kind of back it up, because this is very philosophical. This is very metaphysical. And yet it is the truth that I wholeheartedly believe, that we are one and that you and I are connected. And so let me go a little bit further with this self-love thing. So today when I was listening to Esther Hicks this morning, and she was like, look in the mirror in the morning and look into your eyes and say, I am going to look for you today. Embody that soul inside of you. So you've got your body, but your soul is living through you. Our soul is living through us. And we have an ego self that wants to separate ourselves from others and make us separate, but we're not. And so what if you looked into your eyes today and said, I'm going to look for you in the person in front of me. I'm going to look for the goodness. Instead of the things that I can attack about this person, I'm going to look for the good. I'm going to look for where this person needs connection and needs wholeness. And that's the same place in myself that needs connection and wholeness. But what if you look for it? So in all of the things that you're looking upon as your eyes scan the horizon, and you're able to see the birds in the sky that are, frolicking, and you enjoy that. That's you. That's love flowing through you. What if you see a couple that's holding hands and walking, and you get that good feeling inside of you? That's love. That's you. That's your soul. What if you're hugging somebody, and that hug just feels so good, and it's that moment in time where that is your soul experiencing the joy of who it is. Okay. Now keep going. What if you got a really good raise that day and you were excitement? That's excitement. Sorry guys, I just had a phone call pop in. I hope this is still going. I think it is. But anyways, that is you. That's your soul. So take this and just maybe watch this a couple times, because this is very, very, very metaphysical and philosophical, and it's about really embodying that love. Love is who you are. Love is who I am. Love is who your dog is. Love is the beautiful sun shining that you love, that gives you that joy. It's love. It's all love, and only love is real. So you can focus on the things you hate, or you can start to focus on the things you love. And that is what I wanted to share with you today. And this is crazy, deep, and philosophical. So, you know what? With philosophy, you guys were not, when I first started, I've always been psychological. I'm very much a facts person. Like, I want the facts. Give me the hard data. I want to know what's right, black and white. That was me. And then when I did my teacher training, my yoga teacher training back in 2009, I hated the philosophy part of it. I was like, oh, you get to kill me. Somebody kill me. And then my spiritual side started to come out. And I was like, wait, we really just don't know. We don't know. But unlike here's what we do know. We do know we want to feel good. We do know that that's our mission. It's just to wake up and feel good. Everything we do is to feel better. People who drink, they drink to feel better. People who do drugs, they do drugs to feel better. People who have sex addictions, they're doing that because they're trying to escape something that's not feeling very good, and they're just trying to feel better. Every day, you wanting a job that makes more money is simply you trying to feel better. You turning to food for comfort is you trying to feel better. Everything is just an expression of us trying to feel better. And that is it. So start to go into these things that make you feel good and start to write them down. Start to connect to your soul and let your soul speak to you. What feels good to you? What can you align with that's simple, that makes you just feel good? And how can you milk that expression and that moment a little bit longer? How can you really hold on to that just a little bit longer and feel that and let it bubble up inside of you? Because as it bubbles up inside of you, you then vibrate at a different level and you attract at a different level, and the people around you feel it differently. Or you attract new people who vibrate at that level. So that's it. Pretty hefty topic today. I hope you loved it, and I'm gonna get off. I have a call here at 2:30, and I'm going to get ready for that. So you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you love this. Share it if you did. And for those of you who are new to me, please come over and join my newsletter at liznierzwicki.com. All right, guys, lots of love to you. Mwah!